This week I pushed the game a lot further, with enemy animations, weapons and a big focus on making everything feel more responsive. SCØUR is a fast-paced Biopunk FPS where everything is made out of flesh instead of metal. I'm going for the ultra kill style combat and visuals mixed with the disturbing Biopunk world of Scorn. I started by finishing the sniper enemy animations. So now all core enemy types have their own set of animations and are fully implemented in the game. After that, I brought the enemy and ranged enemy into Unity and hooked their animations into the AI. I refactored the enemy controller code into state machines, which makes the logic much cleaner and easier to extend when I needed to. I also started making everything animation based with the use of animation events. So things like shooting are properly synced with the animations. A big focus this week was improving combat feedback, including getting ragdoll physics working correctly when enemies die, which took longer than expected, because the main rigid body and colliders were conflicting with the ragdoll system. But now enemies collapse correctly based on how they are hit, instead of twitching and freaking out when they die. After this, I advanced the weapon systems, both visually and in how they respond during gameplay, by adding unique animations and visual effects for each gun, making them stand out from each other. I began with making animations for the pistol. I wanted to empathize the fact that it feels pain when shooting. When the pistol shoots, the mouth stretches open and I made sure that the animation looks painful. The equip animation is a gun twitching, like it's being scared to be used again. To indicate that the pistol is self-aware, I made it look at the player when shooting like it's saying, "Why do you do this?" I also added an inspect animation that will play when the player is being AFK for too long. Because some animations were difficult to make in Blender, I made some code to add more fluff to the pistol. Like for example removing some random teeth when firing and regrowing them when the player stops firing. And to finish it all off, I also added some wet muzzle flash, since the pistol uses a muzzle instead of heat like a standard gun. After fully implementing the pistol and having a solid foundation for gun animations, I moved on to the rifle. The rifle also got a visual overhaul, with new animations and visual effects. I first made animations in Blender and added an extra root bone to the organ in Unity to support additional effects. The organ glows and bulges more and more based on the state of overheating. When the gun is close to being fully overheated, smoke appears from the heat vents. And to top it all off, I added a muzzle flash. I unfortunately didn't have enough time to fully finish the shotgun this week, but I still got several updates. I adjusted the model a little bit, so the shape feels a lot better now. Then I textured it, focused on the idea of a bone shotgun that shoots bone fragments. Shotguns in real life use spring and hinges, but this one uses flesh and muscles, so I needed to communicate that clearly. The shotgun is now rigged and ready for animations for next week. In this week the game became a lot more satisfying and fun to play. Animations and visual effects really make a difference. Next up, animating the shotgun and implementing those animations, building the rest of the weapons like the grenade launcher, and adding more visual feedback to these new guns. As always, if you got ideas, feedback or things you want to see in the game, drop them below or join the Discord for daily updates. You can also follow me on Instagram, and I see you guys next time.